How's it going, everyone? Bass here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on why the Packers are not going to be trading for Julio Jones. Before we get to the video, if you aren't subscribed already and you are interested in the latest Packers news, analysis, and highlights, definitely consider going down below and clicking that subscribe button. Alright guys, let's get into it. So as we all know, Julio Jones does not want to be a Falcon anymore. He's pretty much demanding a trade. Shannon Sharpe called him on Undisputed. I don't know if he knew they were live, but pretty much he said, I'm out of here to Atlanta. And has pretty much been very vocal about, wanting a trade to another winning team. So as every wide receiver trade rumor goes every single offseason, it's usually Odell Beckham, but now it's Julio Jones this year for this offseason. The Packers are always linked on social media. Oh, the Packers should go after this wide receiver, this high name, high value, expensive wide receiver. So everyone's saying, oh, it could be the Packers, the Titans, the Raiders. Even Albert Breer is saying it might be the Packers, which I don't know where he's getting his information from, because I'm here to tell you there's no way. So the reason I say there is no way, firstly, the main reason is the salary cap. So as of right now, the Packers sit at a $2.5 million effective cap space after the Dean Lowry restructure the other day. To add on to that, I thought Dean Lowry was as good as gone as a post-June 1st cut, but hey, he got restructured, so now they pushed even more money into the future. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about Julio Jones, so his cap cost, if he was traded for in 2021, would be a $15.3 million. So just for 2021, they would need to clear over $13 million just to have him on the team. And after the Dean Lowry restructure, the only veteran left to restructure, you guessed it, Aaron Rodgers, which we all know is a big issue right now, and a restructure I don't think is on the board anymore. The only thing that could happen with Aaron Rodgers, I think at this point, would be an extension, but that would also free up some money. So as I said, the only way to make significant money would be to extend Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, and Zadarius Smith, and they would probably have to do all three to get this to work. And the problem with that is if you do a backloaded contract and make their cap hit for this year lower, then you're just pushing more and more money out to future years like 2022, which as of right now is not looking good at all for the Packers. So for this year alone, the Packers already have $22.3 million tied to wide receivers. Add Julio, that number rises up to $37.6 million, or 20.6% of the total cap, which is a higher percentage of what Aaron Rodgers takes up of the cap, which is 20.1%. So that's a lot of money tied into wide receivers, when as of right now, it's uncertain if your reigning MVP quarterback is going to be starting for you week 1. So now let's dig into the future years, and by future years, I mean 2022, because Julio's deal as it stands now does ride until 2023. So at the highest the salary cap can be in 2022, which is a $208 million salary cap, the Packers have the worst salary cap for next year, for 2022. Nearly $32 million under effective salary cap space, so negative $32 million. And all of these players for 2022 have over a $19 million cap hit. Aaron Rodgers, David Bakhtiari, Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, Kenny Clark. That's 5 people over $19 million, so that's just insane. The 2022 offseason is going to be a trip without trading for anyone, without trading for someone like Julio Jones, which would make it 10 times worse. Julio's cap hit in 2022 would be a $13.5 million. Not terrible for a wide receiver, a top wide receiver, but you have to realize at that point, he's going to be 33 years old. So if we play the what if game and we say, what if the Packers were indeed to trade for Julio Jones tomorrow, and they didn't make any moves yet to clear some cap space. So as of that, if the Packers were to acquire Julio Jones tomorrow, the cap space for 2022 for next year would be at negative $47 million. We would pretty much be the 2021 Saints. Not that we aren't going to be already. Now that I got my point across about the money and how it just simply does not work, let's talk about Julio Jones a little bit for the player himself. Now, don't get me wrong. Julio Jones is an absolute beast, a freak of an athlete, has been a top wide receiver since the day he came into the league, and I would love to see him play across Davante Adams with Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. I think that would be insane. But guys, this is not Madden. Julio Jones also had a nagging hamstring injury last year. Pretty much all of last year, he had this hamstring issue and was nowhere near himself, and he's not getting any younger. And at the end of the day, he's a 32-year-old wide receiver just coming off an injury-plagued season with less than 1,000 yards. So the reports coming out that a team is offering them a future first-round draft pick, I think the compensation of any first-round draft pick is way too high considering the money you're taking in for Julio and him being a 32-year-old wide receiver coming off a nagging injury season. So overall, guys, this is a dream that's just not gonna happen. It's really just not realistic at all. Unless you could turn the salary cap off like you can in Madden, it just is not realistic at all. And I just don't see any way of this happening. There would have to be too many things to go right in such a short period of time for this to even occur. But that's about going to do it for today. I just kind of wanted to go over and give my thoughts on the whole Julio Jones thing, because I keep seeing on social media that people are saying the Packers should trade for him. Oh, come on, get Julio with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. And people acting like the salary cap just doesn't exist and teams can do whatever they want. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And on that note, I'll catch you on the next one. As always, go Pack Go.